You know those people that live their entire life in the comfort zone? I think many of us are these kind of people. And why? Because it's not easy to get out of your comfort zone. But if you don't get out of it, you're not gonna grow. You're not gonna change. You're gonna be stuck your entire life. Like, that's why it's called comfort zone. It feels comfortable to be in there. It's easy. It's the easiest way. But I don't think that in 10 years you truly want to be the same person, right? Like, do you want to feel uncomfortable your entire life? Do you want to be scared your entire life? No, of course not. And the only way to grow, to feel more comfortable, is by first feeling uncomfortable, by trying new things out, by learning. We can only learn if we do something that we didn't do before. Now, how can you enforce getting out of your comfort zone? Let's say you want to learn something. Let's say you want to learn how to present in front of people, like in front of 1,000 people, let's say you have to go on stage. It's very unlikely, maybe it's more realistic that you have to do presentations and work, and you feel uncomfortable doing it. Now, how can you get there? You wouldn't start and say, okay, I go on stage and present in front of 1,000 people if I didn't do it before. So how can you get there? Well, step by step, right? So first you present maybe in front of your friend, in front of your family. Like, it's cliche, but it works. Like someone you trust and you feel comfortable with, right? It's still in the beginning a bit hard, but it's easier than to start presenting in front of 10 unknown people, right? So choose somebody you trust, present in front of them, train, get used to the feeling. Then maybe you have the chance at work to do a small presentation in front of 2 co-workers. That's the thing. If you want to learn something and grow, you also have to take some chances. Like, even if you didn't do it yet, try it out, step by step. Let's say now you presented in front of 2 co-workers. Do you think it's hard to present in front of 5 people? No, it's doable, right? And once you present it in front of 5 people, do you think you can present in front of 10? I think so, right? And that's how you grow. And going from 0 to 10 people, that's maybe a bit too scary, right? But you can work your way up there. And basically what happens is your comfort zone gets bigger. So once you present it in front of 10 people, do you think you will feel uncomfortable when you present in front of 2 people, 2 co-workers? No, right? Because you got used to it. And that's how you can grow in life and actually feel comfortable by going through life. By gathering all these different experiences, you make sure that there is not much left that makes you feel uncomfortable. And that's the greatest feeling you can have, right? But you have to keep challenging yourself. Now, the example with the public speaking, if you go from 0 to 1,000 people, now that's stupid too. So you should start small, step by step, because if you overdo it, you will get scared, you will have a negative memory of it, right? Like, imagine you're an introvert, you never presented anything in front of anyone, and suddenly you have to go on stage and present in front of a large audience. That's gonna shock you, and it's gonna actually block you, right? So don't do that. You should start small, something that where you think, yeah, that scares me, but I think I can do it, right? Maybe there are also a few people that just think, no, I can't do it, I can't. maybe they need a little push. Like, find something that where you're not comfortable with, but you, in your mind, you can do it. That's where you should start. And the cool thing about this is the steps get bigger and bigger. Same example with the presenting. Let's say you presented in front of 10 people. Now the jump from 10 to 20 or 10 to 30 or 10 to 50 maybe even, maybe doesn't feel that scary anymore, right? Like, it's still gonna be a challenge, but you know you can do it, right? So learning, growing only comes from going out of your comfort zone and make doable steps. And if you have, for example, a special event that scares you, prepare yourself. Do something that will make you feel comfortable in that moment. Now, I remember when I started working at my first job, I felt uncomfortable the entire time. Like, everything from writing emails, from answering the phone, from presenting, like the presenting example. I remember exactly the first project that I got. I did some internal presentations, and even there I was a bit scared, right? Then I had my first project where I had to present in front of 10 people at a customer, and I was very, very much, I felt uncomfortable, right? But then I did it. Like, I'm a guy that is scared, not before the event, but right when it happens, like in that moment just before it happens. So usually it's fine when I have something coming up. It's fine, I don't worry about it. And then when the moment comes, I feel the excitement. But then I still do it and I get over it. Like, of course, I also had experiences where I went over it. Like I said before, you shouldn't do it. And there it really just blocks you. So, I did a presentation in front of 10 people. And then it just kept growing. Like, I also did webinars in Teams with 30, 40 people. And like, I didn't go on stage yet in front of thousands of people. Like, that would still be a big step for me. But doing a presentation for 50 people, that would be okay. Because I already did that. That wouldn't make me feel uncomfortable. The first times you do it, of course you're gonna feel uncomfortable. But that's the cool part about it. You get comfortable with more things. And as I said, like writing emails or even answering the phone. One thing that is important though is, you have to have the want to grow. If you don't want to grow, you're not gonna do these things. You're not gonna challenge yourself. And you're gonna stay the same. And you're gonna ask yourself, why do I feel uncomfortable all the time? Yeah, because you're not growing. Your comfort zone stays the same. And actually what can happen is, if you have a lot of shocking experiences, your comfort zone gets even smaller and you have to start from scratch. So life is all about balance, right? So find your balance between challenging yourself enough and not going overboard with it. Like, I already did that. I did a lot of stupid things and went overboard. That's also not something you should do. Now, I remember the first time I really thought about this concept was when I discovered the YouTube channel Yes Theory. And their motto is seek discomfort, which is perfect, right? It's exactly about this. Seek discomfort. If you seek discomfort with time, there's not gonna be a lot that makes you feel uncomfortable, right? And if you don't know Yes Theory, I highly recommend you watch it. It's, how can you explain it? It started off with this Project 30, where they basically challenged themselves every day for 30 days. Every day they did something that made them feel uncomfortable. like jumping from a plane, going to swim with sharks, whatever. And after that, actually, the YouTube channel became quite successful. And if you don't know about Yes Your Theory right now, like, they blew up quite a bit. They did even a video with Will Smith where they jumped out of a helicopter and they bungee jumped out of the helicopter. So they did some crazy stuff. They did a lot of traveling things. But the core idea is seek discomfort. And that's such a beautiful message, because that's how we can keep growing. So what is the takeaway? Challenge yourself. Like, don't stay in the comfort zone. You can, of course, if you want, you can. But I don't think that you want to be that person that you will be in 50 years by staying in the comfort zone. I don't think you want to be that person. I think the person you want to be is someone else. And you only can become that person that you want to be by challenging yourself. It's hard, yes, it is. But once you start, you get also the reward, right? Like, yeah, sure, you will fail a lot of times, especially in the beginning. Like, when I started presenting, it's not that I was good, but I did it. And by doing it, I actually got experience. And that experience made me better at what I did and made me feel more comfortable. And that's the only way how you can grow. So challenge yourself.